Brodes Media.
If you would have told me that we would be sitting here Sunday afternoon, happy as hell, pumped up about the finish of the METS series, I would have never believed you with how Friday started. Ew, gross. That was fucking horrendous. And then Saturday afternoon, okay, you're down 4-0. It was as if the Phillies were going to get dragged by their nuts all across the Delaware Valley. And instead, Cal Stevenson is ridiculous on both sides of the diamond. He's robbing home runs to save Jeff Hoffman. And don't even get me started on Buddy. Us South Jerseyans, we got blood of lions. I said that on the air today and it sounded cool. Don't know if I just ruined it. Here's reality. What I loved about this team is not just about it being the bottom of the lineup dudes. Weston Wilson, Cal Stevenson. It's how they're doing it with the fight back. But they're fighting back in many different ways. And when that's the case, and when you also add in the fact that whatever AAA Lehigh Valley body that you need, they're coming up large in the back end of a postseason race where you are trying to shut the door against a big-time rival who's one of the hottest in all of the league. And they are capable. And not only just capable, but you're winning because of. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. That's normally when something smells like a champion, though. It's pretty wild. One of the nights, Saturday, you're down so early in the game that it's easy to smack each other on the ass and say, we got plenty of time to continue to chip at it. We got maybe 5 more at-bats. Let's go to work. We'll be okay. Get back to the basics. And then overtime, Bryce Harper smokes 2 over the wall, which is magnificent because we desperately need him to be able to hit home runs again. So you get that over the length of the game. On Sunday, you showed it in a different way. It's a gem versus gem matchup. Peterson and Sanchez were both dialed in and locking everybody up. It's a pitching duel of the ages, some would say. And in the 8th, when the Mets take Sanchez deep, you don't have time to, quote, chip at it. We have to do it now. And to their credit, they did with back-to-back doubles from guys that are not normally the ones that you rely heavily on. It was a hell of a series. And it really is important because the job is to finish strong and to make a statement with the Dodgers and the Brewers that you're not fucking around. Brewers are up next. Continue this great ball. Let them know if we ever match up soon, okay? And you got to come to CBP. Come on. You're a joke. You don't stand a chance. I want the Brewers being scared shitless, thinking about if we have to run into the juggernaut that is. That's what I want this team to do. Let's get into the hot pressing topic here. Friday was horrible. Why was Friday horrible? Multiple 3-run jacks off Aaron Nola. I was on with Tom Kelly today from 4 o'clock to 7:30. We followed the Phillies and we were on until the Sunday Night Football game in Houston. And Tom Kelly would like the idea of Christopher Sanchez being the number 2 starter behind Zach Wheeler when the playoff begins. I disagree. And I don't think Topper would ever remove the ball from Aaron Nola's hands, even if Sanchez is pitching better than Nola is in the regular season currently. I've already witnessed Nola stink in September. You're talking 5+ ERA. And then as soon as the playoffs come around, 7 scoreless against Miami in the wild card series. That's his first start. Then there's a 5 2/3 effort with a couple of earned runs. 6 scoreless against the Arizona Diamondbacks in the NLCS. So I've already seen a proven track record just 1 year ago of when September he wasn't there. And then here comes the playoffs. It intensifies. It gets nastier. Everything is so much more crucial. And he has shown over the last 2 seasons that he has what it takes to be great. His ceiling is higher than a Sanchez ceiling. Although, to be fair, his lowness and his floor is probably extremely low. And there's more just solid structure in Sanchez. And I feel really good about Sanchez. And he is going to be your number 3. But I will rely on the experience. And the reason why you paid this man is for October. He may hit a wall like we saw him and Zach Wheeler both do 2 years running back when they went to the Houston Astros series in the World Series and went and had to face them. Yeah. But to start off, he's been insane to start off playoff runs, even with a poor September. I don't like the fact that he's having that one blow-up inning. It doesn't make me happy to see 6 earned runs after he put a few down in a row there. But he had to work, okay? So when he had to work and his pitch count was rising and he's throwing 30-plus pitches and it's still the beginning of the early stages of the game and you wonder what's going on here, how long can he make it? He had the one blow-up inning and just is what it is. But I can put my head down at night knowing I gave the ball to someone that deserves it with a lot of veteran innings logged in. Oh, compare it to this. And I'm not telling you Aaron Nola is in the same tier as Justin Verlander or Clayton Kershaw. They're all-timers. There was once a time, though, where Justin Verlander was known as the man who can't win in the World Series. That was the title described to his name. If you are managing the Houston Astros, Justin Verlander gets the ball for game 1. I don't care that he had 3 World Series games or 2 World Series games or 4 World Series games where he got knocked around a little bit and he wasn't as sharp as the purest form of Justin Verlander is. It's Justin Verlander. He gets the ball. Clayton Kershaw. There is a known little section of fans that go, this guy in the playoffs, this guy when it matters most. Guess what? Clayton Kershaw gets the ball when the Dodgers make the playoffs, when Clayton Kershaw was more of him. That's Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola gets the ball. I don't care that Christopher Sanchez pitches better at home compared to elsewhere, and maybe that means you can push Nola away from home. No. Let's not overthink this. You know what's fantastic about JT's 0-2 delivery for the win? Nick Castellanos fights one off, and he puts it into right field. He gets on first. My man snags second. Look, we're not talking Trey. We're not talking Bryson Stott or even Johan Rojas. We are discussing Nicky doubles. This guy's taking off when Alec Boehm strikes out, and he slides, and bang, he gets in there safe. The ball goes behind the second base bag for a little bit as it dribbles by. Dude, that was insane. You're maybe not winning that game if it's not for stealing the bag. So kudos to him. And I also want to point out that there was a fantastic defensive play for Nick when he was running into foul territory and he catches it right at the angle of the wall. Remember, in the early stages of this season, how many times would he cry about the stupid new board out in right field where the scoreboard, the out-of-town scoreboard, was screwing up his routes and he couldn't detect how close he was to the wall, and it was actually hurting your team significantly. He's been a damn good outfielder since he kind of moved over there to right field, dating back to the playoffs when he made those standard, almost trademarked ways of diving towards the front left of his body and making the sliding grabs. He's been a really good defender for you, and that's just not something that I would have thought I'd be talking about in regards to Nick Castellanos, if I'm being transparent with everybody.